So yeah, the reality of software engineering has changed drastically in the past 2 years. What was once a field with endless opportunities now feel like an oversaturated market where even highly skilled developers struggle to find jobs. For those with less experience or just starting out, opportunities seems almost non-existent, leading some to even question whether this career path is still viable. I myself was laid off 3 months ago, and experiencing the job market firsthand has made me wonder, how did everything change so drastically? When I was in university between 2016 and 2020, a career in software engineering felt like a golden ticket. Tech was booming, and companies were constantly looking to hire more and more developers. Even as a student myself with little experience, we have access to countless internship opportunities, lists of hundreds of companies eager to bring interns on board for the summer. And since there were only about 50 of us, we had plenty of choices. Those with the best project, the best culture fit, and of course, the best benefit were the one we choose. Then when I finished my degree, 3 of the companies where I had intern reach out to me to offer me a job. Once again, I had options. The word going around at that time was that software engineering was one of the most secure jobs out there. There were so many opportunities that no one should ever struggle to find a job, and we all thought it would last forever. But then something started to change. Like everyone else in the industry, I began hearing about massive layoffs at big tech companies. Google, Facebook, Amazon. At first, you want to believe it's just the big tech facing those challenges, but over time, there's more, and you start to wonder, was it all a lie? Is it really the career with endless opportunities that we thought it was? And then I, myself, became part of the statistic. I was laid off. Not a great feeling. The market has shifted so rapidly, and finding a new job has become incredibly difficult. There's so much competition with other good developers that are also looking for a job, so it's hard to stand out. The words going around now is, if you have a job, do everything you can to keep it, and even sometimes that is not enough. Where I was working, they basically decided to cut the budget for any development, so all the developers were cut. The party of the exponential growth in tech is over now, and for new developers, breaking into the industry feels nearly impossible. It begs the question, is this the end of the road for us? And I haven't even talked about AI yet.
ChatGPT, a language model created by OpenAI.
3 years ago, when ChatGPT was introduced, it could write code, but not very well. Now it has improved to the point where it can produce impressive results, and with other AI tools like Cloud AI, GitHub Copilot that are made to write code, you can't help but wonder, is AI about to replace us, like in the next few years or even months? Have you seen the last version of Cloud AI? You ask it to write some code, and it does it for you. Then it also writes the test for it. I mean, that's basically our job, right? But speaking of AI, do you know where to even start when learning the basics? How do you go beyond the buzzwords and actually understand how this technology works? That's where Brilliant, the sponsor of today's video, comes in. Brilliant helps you build real problem-solving skills with interactive lessons in math, science, programming, and even AI. Instead of passively watching lectures, you're actively solving problems and experimenting with concepts. It's a first-principle way of learning, breaking down complex ideas into bite-sized challenges that actually stick. If you're a software engineer like me, this is huge. Brilliant makes it easy to grasp the logic behind large language models, strengthen your math foundation, and improve your analytical thinking. And right now, you can try Brilliant free for 30 days. Just go to brilliant.org/JP or scan the QR code on the screen. Plus, you'll get 20% off if you decide to continue. It's a great way to sharpen your skills and stay ahead. Check the link in the description right now. Now, back to the video. Maybe I'm a bit optimistic here because I love being a developer, but I don't think we are doomed yet. Yes, AI is definitely changing the way software engineers have been working for the past 50 years, but if you adapt to it and learn how to work with it instead of fearing it, you just become more efficient and it removes the boilerplate and the repetitive task. I think the age of being a master of, let's say, C# or Java might be over now because anyone can write perfect code with it. When I started my last job, for example, the role was for a language that I've never worked with before, Elixir. It's also a functional programming language, which is something that I've never worked with before. But with the help of ChatGPT, I began to ship features in no time actually. Because you could say things like, hey, I would do this function like this in, let's say, C#, how would you do it in Elixir? And it would give you a response that you could reverse engineer and understand how it works. Then you can search in the doc of Elixir for that specific thing to learn a bit how it works under the hood, and you become good in no time. So I really think AI will be beneficial for those who use it to be more efficient and concentrate more on building feature rapidly because, yet again, I don't have a crystal ball or anything, but I'm not sure if anyone is willing to blindly trust AI so that it builds a whole application for you and you have no idea of how it works. Maybe a small startup with no critical product could now do this, but for, let's say, a bank, or a self-driving car, or any company that have a more complex business logic, will they really be able to trust blindly what AI is making for them? And again, the main reason we are seeing a slowdown in the tech industry right now is simply because of the economy.
You can see it right there on your screen. The Dow Jones down about 620.
All three major American stock markets have closed down.
Shares on Wall Street have slumped today.
When companies have less money, they stop developing new products. They only maintain what already works, so jobs for maintenance stay, but those for development are now gone. Computer science is very at the mercy of economic downturn, and I think we just have to be a little patient for everything to come back to normal. It might take a few years, but I'm pretty sure we are not doomed. AI is not going to replace us anytime soon. So for those of you asking if they should still pursue a CS degree, yes, I think it's still a viable career path with great potential. Right now the market is not so hot and it might never go back to the boom we had 3 or 4 years ago. But I'm sure that the market will stabilize one day and give a chance to junior devs again. Take that time to learn a lot, adapt to work with AI, and with a little patience, you should find a job one day. And for those of you living in fear of the market right now, I made a video explaining in details my experience going through a layoff, and I have to say that it's not all negative, and you can watch it right here.